you're focusing on creativity with Crossfader, and it's a website that hopefully teaches people how to be better producers, how to be better filmmakers, how to be better photographers. There's a lot of great skills and a lot of great tools out there, and maybe some guideposts to the skills to take you to the next level. I love the things that you've been doing, you know, with all the remix hotels and the fact that you're shepherding a whole, what it feels like a whole set of new generations of artists to come into this space and give them almost like a roadmap. Let them know that they can do it if they've got the discipline, the diligence, they can do it. What inspired you? If you give me a little background and what inspired you to do this, because you could just be sitting on your laurels and.
Well, you know, it's funny because I've always been a big proponent of education. You know, when that goes way back to when me and Chuck were DJs. What we would do was we would give the high school that had the best attendance a free show. So that was our way of kind of like keeping the community involved with what we're doing. And besides the fact that once we moved over to WBAU, which is a local college radio station, because we was both going to college at the time. Chuck was at Adelphi and I was at Hofstra University. And we always made sure that we got the community involved with the local rappers and things of that nature. So our whole existence before PE started was with Spectrum City. We always nurtured local talent. And that's been the thing that we've always been a big proponent of. And even when we moved into doing Public Enemy, we just kept the same philosophy and just kept moving on. And now that, you know, we've moved we've been doing it for 20 some odd years now, you know, there's some things that we've noticed. The industry's changed a lot. The industry is going through a metamorphosis. It's moving from what I consider to be analog into a digital stage. And once it moves into the digital stage, what that means is that the stuff that we once knew and how we used to do things, or the old models for doing things, is all over. So we now have to reinvent a new record business. And in order for us to, you know, I'm going to say more of an entertainment business, the more stuff that we do as far as cultivating and shepherding new and creative talent, you know, that's just going to make it better for us, because now we all have to do everything ourselves. It's no longer a situation where we can just sit there and wait for an A&R person to go discover you, to then go put development money behind you, and then just put your records out there. And that model is gone. You know, now the only model that exists is you putting out your own product and you developing your own act and hoping that you can make a business out of doing that.
What are the steps that somebody who's been in your listen to my demo session, what are the next steps that they should do? If they walk away from this and they've been told to augment a few things on the record, they've gone and done that, and they feel like, okay, I actually have something right now that I can shop around. But it's not a shopping around process anymore. You're not really going to a label. You need to sell yourself. So what can you take me through some of the steps that you suggest for artists to go through?
Well, I think that the one thing, you know, that the artists need, that when they came here, I think that the one thing we wanted to do was dispel the myths. And one of the things was that the myth is that these guys can pretty much take their CD and pretty much take it to somebody, and that somebody will listen to it, discover them, and then from that point on, it's just a clear roadmap into success and stardom. Well, the first thing is just abolishing, dissolving that whole theory, and having people to understand that the business is now in their hands. So they now have to understand that everything that they do has to be a networking and in concert with each other. And I think that it's not even about what steps that they can take. I think that it's more for them to network with each other. And then once they start networking with each other, they'll find their way. You know, as we all do, because this business has evolved into a scenario that we now have to develop our own situation. So if we have to develop our own situation, then I need other people to help me do the process, because it's a big process. So I think that them just understanding that is the thing that I think if they walk away with, I think that they would have gotten a big plus.
Okay, so there is no easy solution.